Hey, what's up, fuckers? Um, Weekly Metal Reviews here, and my name is T-Pain, and I'm here to bring the pain with and review Suffocation's new album, Pinnacle of Bedlam. This came out on Nuclear Blast Records like February 19th, I believe. This is the follow-up to 2009's Blood Oath, and holy shit. To me, this album blows Blood Oath out of the water, and I thought Blood Oath was fantastic. This is probably the greatest thing Suffocation has ever done since, shit, Pierce from Within, probably. This album, when you listen to a great Suffocation album, it really just sucks you in the entire time, and it doesn't let go, and you're headbanging the entire time, and you're just blown away by how devastating Frank Mullen's voice is. You're just blown away by how technical and how just thick and disgusting some of their riffs are, and that definitely happens on this album. And one thing that I noticed about this album compared to Blood Oath is that this album is a lot more, I feel it has more energy to it. It's more like the Energizer Bunny, while Blood Oath was just like that giant fat guy that's gonna fuck you up, you know? The Energizer Bunny just kicks your ass because it's so fast, and Blood Oath just kicked your ass because it's so heavy, you know? That's kind of how I feel about this album. Not saying that there is none of those slow, heavy, disgusting moments on this album. There is a lot of them, or there's some of them, but I just feel overall that this album is just a lot more upbeat in its tempo than Blood Oath was. Take the track that they first released that we reviewed, as Grace Descends. That's a very fast track, and there's a lot of them on this album. Overall, I think that this is probably the best sounding Suffocation album. The production on this blew my mind. It is so clean, and it is just so finely tuned. It's fantastic, and it doesn't really take away from how, you know, nasty and heavy Suffocation really is. Because, you know, when I think of Suffocation, I think of brutality and heaviness. You know, they are one of the, in my opinion, one of the first to kind of lead way to the brutal death metal sound that a lot of bands take nowadays, like Defeated Sanity and, you know, Catalepsy or something like that. Putrid Pile, shit like that. I feel that Suffocation, along with like Dying Fetus and stuff, really paved the way for that. And that brutality is definitely found on here. They kind of changed it up at times. Like, I thought the how they implemented just a little bit of acoustic guitar, I thought that was sick, and it made the atmosphere of this album just so much greater to me, and it's like they calmed everything down and then they kicked your ass again. I mean, this album just really beats you until you almost can't take it anymore. And I think that's somewhat where this album maybe lacks, is that it's just so pummeling. It's just kind of like, towards the end, you're like, well, fuck, you know, this, you know, it's kind of, I don't know how to put it. It's just a little too much in a way sometimes. I feel that it kind of drags on for a few songs. Like, towards the end, I feel that the last few songs just weren't up to par with how the first half of the album really was to me. That's just my opinion, but that's probably the only thing I feel is bad about this album. It's a very strong effort. It is solid. Very, very solid. Frank Mullen, he's just a fucking beast. I mean, he is one of the greatest death metal vocalists out there. He just really, really just, it's like he just pops out of the record and just is screaming in your face the entire time. And he just has one of the most recognizable, clear, but so fucking brutal voices in death metal. I love it, and he just sounds better than ever on this album. He really does sound great. The guitar sound and the riffs are just fantastic. I mean, riffs galore on this album, and just so many of those heavy kind of slam chug type moments, and just amazing musicianship and songwriting on this album. And I feel that this is just a solid death metal album. I mean, to me, besides a few songs at the end, almost every single track really stands out on here. As Grace Descends is awesome. Sullen Days, that is a fantastic track. The remake of what is it? Beginning of Sorrow. That is a fantastic way to end this album. What it starts off with, Cycles of Suffering. Oh my God, that song just literally right away. This album starts kicking your ass. Like there is no intro to say. It just really just it's like bam 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 bam. You know, it starts like boxing your fucking face right away. You know, this album's just, it is fantastic. If you're a death metal fan, you'll love this. Does this reinvent the wheel, or will this end on #1 on people's list at the end of 2013? I don't think so. Will it be up there? Could it be in the top 10, 5, 15? Yeah, I think so. This is a very solid album. So I'm going to conclude this review. Definitely check out Suffocation's Pinnacle of Bedlam. Go buy it. They're going on a pretty lengthy and awesome headlining tour with Exhumed, Jungle Rot, Rings of Saturn, and Lord of War on the West Coast, and I forget the other band, Admiron or something like that. So I'm hopefully going to try to go to that, but yeah, I mean, that's like a crazy death metal tour. So check out Suffocation's Pinnacle of Bedlam. I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. This is a very solid album, so bye!